Hello everybody, I'm Krasi, and Venus enters her or his ideal place of exaltation, her hidden place, which is Pisces. And this is happening on the 16th of April, and it will last for approximately 1 month until 10th, 11th of May. This is an important transit as we will be relieved from some financial, for example, challenges, but I will give you details on this transit and how it will influence us. First of all, let's see what it means. Now, the ideal place of Venus, the hidden place of Venus, is indeed Pisces. And this is shown on ancient tablets, and I will tell you 2 words about this, but just to tell you that while this is happening, it's very important to distinguish between the 3 heliacal phases of Venus. And right now, Venus is a morning star, and as a morning star, she or he, because I'm saying he because Venus as a morning star is a female deity, is a male deity. So this is Inanna from a cat. So Inanna from a cat is, I'll share my screen with you, is illustrated here on this stamp, which is a circular stamp, as a divinity with the horns, with the swords, being a deity ruling the war and being responsible also for the enemy city of Babylon, which was Elam. So she was also Inanna ruling Elam and winning wars associated with wisdom. She was sometimes even addressed like the goddess of the morning, or like the other way around was valid for Venus as an evening star. But there will be many opportunities to talk about Venus as an evening star. So this is Inanna from a cat. And next to her, you can see this god here, also with horns, with the waters and the fishes pouring. And this is Enki. And Enki, together with Enlil, gave the role, actually gave the authority of Venus to rule us, to rule the earth, to have the status of god and goddess. So Venus, Inanna from a cat, Ishtar from a cat, right now, will enter on the 16th of April her hidden sign where she feels wonderful, and this is Pisces. We spoke, of course, about Venus entering Aquarius, that this is the also kind of exaltation places for Venus, but applicable for our era. But the ideal exaltation place of Venus indeed is Pisces. So what is happening? We have male deity on best position ever for him, which is Pisces, and which of course means that this deity and this planet will give his full potentials and blessing to us. This is indeed true, and we may have certain relief, to some extent relief from certain financial, for example, challenges or difficulties, but also now the complete opening of Venus will not take place right away, because while this transit is happening, you know that on the sky we are having Mars right at this particular moment in Taurus, and Taurus is a place which is ruled by Venus, and in such indirect way Venus is a little bit limited, so her potential to open towards full and complete blessing is a little bit limited. Also, while this transit is happening place from Sagittarius, Saturn and Pluto will be squaring Venus. This would say a little bit of limitation in what Venus's potentials are. So Venus is entering Pisces. The first 5 days are wonderful because we have something like, imagine, exaltation over exaltation, because the first 5 degrees are where we are having the most powerful place for our era, and this is the vernal equinox. The 5th degrees of Pisces is where the vernal equinox is taking place. So powerful, powerful degrees. What about spirituality? It is even said that those who have this particular placement of Venus in their natal charts are like favorite to the gods. So their prayers will be heard. The gods will denote luck to them. They will be blessed. They will receive all favors in this incarnation. So these are beautiful, beautiful degrees indeed. And this is also because these degrees are ruled by Venus. So Venus is receiving dignities in many possible ways. First, their Venus will be having exaltation. Second, dignity by term. And thirdly, dignity because this is the point of the vernal equinox. Later on, Venus is continuing her or his trip and passing through the other degrees, also blessed and also important in Pisces. But what is going to happen? Now, of course, people who would have Pisces sidereally, astronomically on a key position, certainly will feel immediately relief. Well, relief, yes. Good mood, yes. Financial easiness, maybe to a degree, yes. But keep in mind that, as I told you, Venus will stay there a little bit limited due to Saturn and Mars. Now, so if you're having Pisces rising, or if you're having some Pisces, moon Pisces, you will immediately feel relief. Maybe your work, maybe your plans will get a bit easier, will get a bit better. So also, if you're having Virgo rising, you will certainly feel this. If you're having, especially will be felt by those who have Pisces rising, Pisces ascendant, or luminary in Pisces, like Sun and Moon. You will certainly feel this blessing. So, in terms of finances in the world, I don't think that the current situation on the markets, which is very much influenced by the fact that Saturn is not in a very favorable position due to the limitation of Ketu, on the fact that also Jupiter is retrograde in the last a little bit limiting degrees of Scorpio. So the markets right now are not flourishing. And if we really hope that Venus in this particular month from 16th of April until 10th, 11th of May will bring some major relief, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think that Venus can easily escape from the limitations of Saturn. I certainly believe that there will be a sort of improvement, temporary, while Venus is having this particular transit, and we can benefit from this by putting some efforts in our work, hoping for results. But let's not forget that the markets will still be limited in any sort of activity. We will be facing the limitations. So, in terms of love, again, this will be mostly felt by people who have Pisces, Virgo on key position in their charts. So in terms of love, again, Venus will not open up completely due to Saturn. So everything that will be happening will be limited. So if you, for example, expect suddenly some challenges in your relationship to be improved immediately, yes, you may, but you may need also to work on this. You may need to do efforts because Saturn is who will require these efforts to be done. It's not a no. Venus is brilliant, is shining brilliantly in Pisces. And this is a great hope if you've been waiting for this particular moment to fix difficult issues in your relationship, you may, but you also may need to work on this. This is very important. Though Venus with Mercury together is a brilliant conjunction. It's like, because Mercury at that particular moment is also in Pisces. So it is like, imagine that the star, the fixed star in heaven, Spica, is having the nature of conjunction of Venus and Mercury. And it's like we're going to have this happening right now on the sky when Venus enters Pisces on the 16th of March. So there will be this beautiful conjunction of communication. Yes, Mercury will be invisible. However, he is invisible from our perspective only. Let's not forget that he is there. So Venus and Mercury together, eloquence, spirituality, trade. This will be good for the trade. This will give some sort of support to the markets, but as I'm telling you, due to Saturn, with limitations. So whatever you do in terms of investments, in terms of markets, in terms of any field in the contemporary economy, keep in mind that we are not completely blessed. We don't have the full permission to open and to work. This is important to say, but still you may have a relief indeed. Now, people who have also Scorpio rising or key planets in Scorpio will benefit from this. Also, indeed, Taurus will be blessed, but still we will be experiencing all this time while Venus is in Pisces, Mars in Taurus. This way, Taurus is a little bit limiting Venus and is creating a harmonious sextile between Venus and Mars and Taurus, who can make us a little bit too emotional in terms of our private relationships. But still, Saturn will play the role of limitation. So even if we feel very emotional or extreme temperamental states, for example, this will stay limited, and we may need to work on our emotions. We may need to work and do additional efforts when it comes to private life and relationships, and also finances, of course. So we will be blessed by the conjunction of Venus and Mercury. We will be blessed by Inanna from a cat in her own hidden place, where she will be great strategically to advise us in terms of our plans, in terms of our business, in terms of our winning over our enemies, for example, because he was strategic, the god who was giving advices to the kings how to win wars. He was the divinity who would be responsible for Babylon to win the battle over Elam. So this is just to give you idea, because when we understand the divinity who is ruling certain planet, then we know what to expect from the particular transit. Yes, and don't forget to connect with the sky, to do observational life, real astrology. And if you're not astrologer, this doesn't matter, to do real observation of the sky, because we are part of the universe, and we of the multi-universe, and this is our job here, to be connected with our higher self through the sky. So don't forget to look in the morning before the sun rises at Inanna from a cat, and this way the blessings will multiply. Now, for those of you who are interested in astral magic, you may think that this is a brilliant opportunity to make Venus talismans. I will tell you it isn't, because Saturn is blocking this opportunity. And even if you make Venus talisman right now, this talisman may not work as expected. So with this, I'm completing. Enjoy this 1 month beautiful, still opportunity of Venus Inanna from a cat. Let it bring you joy. Let it bring you happiness. And don't forget to connect with the sky, to connect with the planets and the planetary rulers and divinities. Thank you. And you're welcome to share your comments.